My dad's about 6'9". I don't really know what position he played. If you ask his friends, they'll tell you 7 different things, but they'll tell you one thing is that he never passed.
I played basketball for 4 years at Lewis University from 1973 through 1977. Similar to Frank, kind of exploded my junior year, where I won numerous awards and accolades, both my junior and senior year at Lewis.
He played in leagues in Chicago and all over the place while I was growing up, and I was that little kid in the layup lines throwing on one of my dad's jerseys and running and shooting with his team. He was my teacher of basketball.
I started to coach Frank probably in 4th grade at St. Joan of Arc. I never babied him.
He's never been afraid to tell me anything I didn't want to hear. I was 16 years old at the time, and I just made an AAU team, the Illinois Wolves.
He wasn't good enough to play at that point. He was tall, very skinny, very weak, slow. The first road trip, the Wolves were going to Kansas City to play in a tournament.
So I packed my bags, had everything ready to go to a trip, and at the end of practice, my coach told me I wasn't going.
The entire ride home, he cried in the car. And I had enough, and I basically told him, you want to be a basketball player, then you need to listen to what they're telling you, and if you don't, and you're not going to stop crying, then go play soccer.
At times it felt like a little bit of tough love, but I knew my dad would just wanted the best out of me, and he expected me to be the best player I could be at all times.
Let's go.
My recruiting process was pretty frustrating. And Wisconsin was one of the only schools that really showed me how they thought I fit into their program.
Frank will even joke with himself, saying how bad he was in high school, like how he's lucky he even got here, because he was, just a lanky, skinny, goofy, uncoordinated kid who couldn't really play well. And somehow he ended up here, and now he's blossomed into, in my mind, the best player in the country.
When I got here, I was almost scared to go inside of the paint. I didn't know what to expect. People were bigger than me, stronger than me, faster than me, and it kind of scared me. If I wanted to be a good player here, I would have to put in work on my body, on my game, and everything.
What Frank was looking for was substance, not flash, and his family put him in that position by the way he was raised. So his background lent itself to come into our program where he understood he might not be playing right away. It's going to take work.
Kaminsky, nice the move. Shot fake for the record. 43 points for Frank Kaminsky.
Against North Dakota in 2013, I scored 43 points. It was one of those nights that I'll never forget. It felt like I could do nothing wrong. I got a text after the game from my dad who said, "Looks like you figured it out." I've even surprised myself sometimes with how far I've come. I know a lot of people didn't expect it from me. I heard things like, "It'll never happen, you're not tough enough, you don't do this well enough, you don't move your feet, you're not fast enough, you're not athletic enough," but I've just had to go and prove all those people wrong, and I think I've done some of that so far.
I knew he would be a good basketball player, but to be to this level, no. There's no way that, we're talking National Player of the Year, All-American, beyond our wildest dreams.
Packed house here at the Kohl Center on Senior Day. Trey Jackson still not available. He was hoping that he would be back today, but that is not the case.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 12, Traevon Jackson.
If the Badgers can win today, they clinch at least a share of what would be the program's 18th Big Ten title.
They've set their sights on winning a Big Ten title, especially the seniors, and how important it is to this senior class to leave with very least a slice.
From Lisle, Illinois, escorted by his parents Frank and Mary Kaminsky, ladies and gentlemen, number 44, Frank Kaminsky.
What a great opportunity we have to go out here on our last home game and go win us a championship. Block out the outside noise and let's do it for each other. All 16 of us. Badgers on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Throw to Kaminsky. Left point. Jab step. Now Frank on the dribble. Baseline left spin move. Goes up and in. Wow. Goes behind the back. Goes into Kaminsky. Right of the paint. Frank in the lane. Goes up left hand. Good. Kaminsky with 22.
Dawson hit the deck hard when Tum Tum drove to the basket. He got up slowly and is holding the side of his head.
Wow, what a tough break for a senior.
And for the 18th time in program history, and for the 4th time under Bo Ryan, the Wisconsin Badgers are champions of the Big Ten Conference.
This team is like a family to me. I've been here for so long with these guys, and I know, they're really like brothers to me. You know, they treat me terrible sometimes, but that's how family is. So I'm just so happy that Josh, Douye, Trey, and I get to go out on the right note.